Ma'am, are you talking or like on a mute?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, I'll start with the prototype model. So yesterday
Sure.
I need to discuss with the waterfall. So just I will give what is prototype model. I will give a brief explanation what is this. So
Sure.
this model is suitable for the projects in which the clients are not having the clear requirements, and also see everything I explained here only. You can see here. So this model is suitable for projects. Which the clients are not having the clear requirements. Okay, when the clients are not having the clear requirements, and also the clients are not having any idea about the final application. For example, if you see here requirement after that analysis, after prototype is involved. So whenever you see the other models, after analysis, what you will see design, coding, testing, release. But after analysis, what did you see? Prototype. If it is prototype is not satisfied for client, so it will go to again analysis. If it is satisfied, then it will move to next step. So in this model, based on the available requirements of the client, we are analyzing the requirements and designing the prototype. Okay. If the prototype has accepted by the client, we need to write the coding for that prototype, test the applications, and release the application to the client. If the prototype has not accepted by the client, we need to analyze the requirements again and design the another prototype. This process continues until the prototype has accepted by the client. Now this model is not using any one guy. So this model is very old and like prototype when the clients is choose right, when the clear image, the clear requirements are not there. So that time only this prototype model they choose. Okay. And moreover, so this is not important for interview purpose also. I just want to give a brief, very brief, right? So it means, so it comes between a waterfall model and spiral model. Okay. So prototype means blueprint of the software. It's kind of a blueprint. So first we will get the initial requirement from the client. After that, we don't develop the complete software. So we will develop the prototypes. Prototype means blueprint. So whenever you build you want to construct a building, first you have a blueprint, right? After, based on the blueprint, after you're satisfied with the blueprint, then only you can start with the construction, right? Otherwise, what happen if you want to make changes anything in blueprint? So after that only, uh, after satisfied, after you make changes in blueprint, then only you can start, right? This also very similar prototype model with the building construction. So if you see this prototype, after a preparation of prototype, show this prototype to the client. Wait, just a minute, Akash. So when you prepare the prototype, right, you can show this prototype to the client and explain everything. If client satisfied, then next step what it is design, coding, testing, and different phases will start. For example, I give you example, right? House construction. There is a blueprint. Model house. So that is the initial requirement. If satisfied, then you can start different phases. Here, chances are there. Client involvement is more. In every step, customer will give the inputs. Based on that, we will develop and continue the rest of the process. So it comes between waterfall model and spiral model. Spiral is advanced than prototype. Okay. And just want to know what is a module. So before I'm going to explain everything, I just want to tell you what is a module. A simple component of the software. For example, if you take a Gmail application, in your Gmail application, what you will see? Login, then compose, then send the email, then send the receive the email. Lot of things we do, right? So every feature and functionality is a module. And first you will log in. After that, you compose the mail. That is one module, right? And check the mails. That is second module. Sending mail. That is third module. So entire software can't be developed in one module or in one shot. Entire software divided into multiple parts, that is called modules, and different types of developers work on different modules. Even single developer can't develop entire modules. So group of people work on one module and another group of people work on another module. So module is a piece of software contains few number of functionalities from the application. And if you take another example, banking application. So login is a one module and what we will do, we check the balance, fund transfer, request the statement. So that is we consider as a modules only. Okay. I just want to explain what is a module and after that we will know. I have explained everything in this about a prototype model. Just refer this document and let us understand what is static testing techniques. So already yesterday we have discussed, right? Review, walkthrough, inspection, right? So let us understand one by one. Uh, Static testing technique. One, what first one, what it is? Review. Second one, walkthrough. And third one, inspection, right? So one by one, let us understand. Suppose, walkthrough, sorry, review. Suppose I ask you to review the document. Okay, what you will do normally? You will read the entire document, whether it is completely or not. All the contents are mentioned or not. That is one thing, right? So second thing is what? Whatever the content, okay, you can see whatever the content specified in the document, which is correct or not. So these two things comes under review part. So what is review? It conducts on the documents to ensure the correctness and completeness. So that is basically comes under review. So what kind of reviews we do? Which type of reviews we can do? Normally we do different types of reviews. So requirement review. First, let us understand requirement reviews. It means as soon as we got the requirement from the client, we will review them to understand those requirement better. So each and everything is mentioned or not, it is correct or not, we can review that. Okay. And design reviews. So these reviews conduct on the design documents. Normally the designers design the HLD, LLD, and actual the software will be designed in the form of diagrams and pictures. And those design documents will review it. Next, code reviews. So sometimes code also review whatever the developer written the code that can also be reviewed. Test plan reviews. So even testing part testers also do some kind of reviews. So whatever the document they created, and those documents are also reviewed by testers, like test plan review, test cases reviews. Sometimes we can defect also reviewed, like how many defects we raise, how many defects we fix, how many defects still open. So we can also review the defects. Normally, we are focusing on the documentation, whether it is correct or not, to ensure the correctness and completeness. Okay. Review can be done by anyone in the team, testers, developers, managers, anybody can do the review. So that is all about the simple review concept. Okay. Next, walkthrough. So sometimes we also do some walkthrough, and this is also mainly focus on the documents. Okay. And just a minute. So walk through and see. Reviews can be done by anyone. Sometimes review by single or multiple. Okay, like BU people, developer, testers, anybody. And walk through, it is mainly focus on documents, and it is kind of review which is informal. So here we can see informal review. What is the meaning of informal? When we don't have a specific plan, specific meeting, and say, I mean, specific invitation and nothing. Whenever we want to do, we can go through, walk through, and it is kind of informal review. So informal means when we don't have a specific plan, specific meeting, and nothing, anything. Okay, we don't have nothing planned. I mean, we don't have anything planned. Sorry. So see, it is an informal review. You should remember informal means there will not be any proper plan, any schedule at any time, any place. Formal means have to be some plan. Invite to the team, invite all the team members at particular point of time. That is the meaning of formal and informal. And what is the second point? Author reads the documents or code and discuss with peers. Give me 1 minute.
Hello?
Yeah, Akash.
Yeah.
So author reads the documents or code and discuss with peers. So author means what? Who is the author? So author, whoever created the document, and he is the main person in walkthrough. He will read the
Okay.
document and verify it and discuss with the rest of the people. For example, I prepared the document. Okay. I prepared the document and I just go through each and every step and explain to you what exactly their content. So this is called walkthrough. So walkthrough is reviewed by two or three people. One is author, others listen trying to understand what is their content. And what is the third point? It is not pre-planned and can be done whenever required. So not pre-planned. Pre-planned means it is informal review. Okay. For example, you have created some test plan, you have created some test cases, and you have to review yourself. You will review the document with the team. So that is walkthrough. So also walkthrough doesn't have
Hmm.
minutes of the meet.
Mhm.
Normally, when we conduct the meetings in a
Yes.
company, we will note down all the points, right?
Yes.
Sorry.
No, ma'am. Please continue.
Yeah. So we will, when we conduct the meetings in a company, we will note down all the points. Here, peers means who is working along with you. I mean, colleagues. Okay. Who is working along in your project. And next point is inspection. So it is more formal review type. What is the first point? It is a most formal review type. So we have to send. Am I record the session? Yeah. So it is a most formal review type. We have to send to the team members, like in email, in the format of email on particular time. So not only testing, not only testers, sometimes developers, managers also. So three people involved in inspection. So one type of reader, second type is writer, and third one is moderator plus concern. So first type, what is that? Reader. So he is the author of the document. Second type, writer. Just a minute, guys. Hello. Uh, Sorry, Akash. Sorry for inconvenience. So first type, reader, and second type, writer and moderator, right? So reader is the author of the document, and writer, what they will do, just note down the questions and issues and so on. And the third type is moderator. Okay. Moderator means mediator between author and rest of the team. So moderator means he is the organizer. He is organizing the meeting. Okay. Between author and rest of the team. That is, three types of people will sit in the meeting, and inspection will have a proper schedule which will intimated via email to the concerned developer or tester. So because more formal meeting, before we have to plan, send a mail to the team, invite them on particular team, and also note down the minutes of meeting. Okay. So this is the explanation of static testing techniques, reviews, walkthrough, and inspection. I hope you got it and clear everything.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it clear? Yeah. So next, what is QA, QC, and QE? So these terms are very important in software industry. So first, let us understand what is QA versus QC. So what is the first point? QA is process related and QC is the actual testing of the software. So here we should know process. What is the process? Process related means you can take any IT company. Okay. Here 3P is very important. What is 3P? First one, people. Second one, process. Third one, product. Okay. So people means should be there, right? Without people, we can't run IT company. And process, we should follow some certain process, right? That is comes under QA. QA means quality assurance, right? And product. Product means we will get the product after developing, or we can say software, we can say application. Okay. See, in IT company, without people, without process, without product, we can't run IT company. If you take any company, not only IT company, but we are working in IT company, right? So I'm taking this example. So without people, without process, without product, we can't do it anything. So we should follow some certain process, and we should after that only we will get the application, right? So QA is related to the process. So process means, I mean, the people who belongs to the QA. QA means quality assurance. Is define the process, talk about the process, and also ensure the rest of the people following properly. So what is the responsible of the QA? Here, see, the process means what? High level management people comes under QA, okay, which is testing about the which is talking about the entire process development cycle from beginning. It means from requirement to till the product delivered to the client. So the entire process is designed by these people only. Who's one? QA people. So and also these people make sure the rest of the people following process properly or not. So QC is the actual testing of the software. Okay. In previous classes, we have seen like a SDLC process, right? So there is a like 6 phases are there: requirement analysis, design, coding, testing, deployment, maintenance. So QA is involved in every stage of SDLC process. Okay, so taking care of process, what process we have to follow, and how the people following the process, these things observed by the QA. But QC means quality control. So quality control involved actual testing the software, and they are involved during testing part. So people who are working under testing, they actually comes under QC. So these people test the software whether it is working as per the requirement or not. So quality control people, talking about people, especially testers, and QA is the process related. Okay, and what is this point? QA focuses on building in quality. QC focuses on testing for quality. Okay, so QA is related to process. I mean and why we need to have process? Why we have process? So finally, actually, what happened? We should follow some certain process, and then finally to deliver the quality product to the client. And for this, we have to follow certain process. So this is our ultimate goal. Okay. And here we are also thinking about quality of the software. For that, the process is designed. So we are trying to build the quality. And here QC is for testers, as I said, QC doing testing. But why? To deliver the quality product. So both are talking about quality, but the small difference is there. So QA building the quality and QC focuses on testing for quality. So QA building the quality in the sense following certain process, then finally deliver the product for that process is design. Okay, and QC uh, focuses on testing for quality. So why we conduct the testing? To find the bugs, okay, to find the defects, and trying to deliver the quality product to the client. So this is the morning point. This is the meaning of second point. And what is the third point? QC is preventing defects and QC is detecting defects. So what is prevention and what is detection? Let us understand what is prevention means. Um, so as we know, QA following certain process, and if following process correctly or perfectly. Okay. So if we following correctly and perfectly, we can prevent the defects. Whereas QC is detecting defects, right? So because it's related to testing, and here we will find the defects, right? And why QC and testers are there? We will find the defects only. As many as bugs, we have to find that. That is called detection. We have to make sure should not any bugs which comes in the future. That is prevention. So just understand what is prevention and detection. Detection means as many as bugs we have to find that. That is called detection. And prevention means we should make sure should not any bugs which comes in the future, that is prevention. And QC is process oriented and QA is process oriented and QC is product oriented. QA is process oriented means um, it will always focus on the process. That's why QA involved in everywhere. So who is involved? Product manager, project manager comes under QA. And here product oriented. So during testing, focus quality of the product. This is our main goal. Okay. And testers come under QC. So QA part is not our responsible. Okay. And QA is entire life cycle and QC is a testing part in SDLC. So here QA is entire life cycle means there are 7 phases, right? In SDLC, we already see here. And QC is for testing part in SDLC means in 7 phases, we have seen testing part. So that's why QC is the subset of QA. That is we can say. Okay. And we can let us understand what is QE. QE means quality engineering, and this is recently the term is started. So it is little advanced term than quality control. Okay. After QC, QE, this QE will come. Okay. And normally QC testing either manual or automation testing, but QE means QA means is doing the automation testing. Normally they will write a code, but testing the software. So those people comes under QE. For example, we have a software engineer, a QA engineer. They will write the code to develop the software, and it mainly focus on development. So QE, what he will do? They also write the code and testing the software. So QE contains automation test engineers, and they involve writing code also and testing part. Okay. QA, QC and QE it is very important topic. Just note down these points. Okay. And already we have discussed white box testing and black box testing. So in during V model, when we have discussed V model, right? I already discussed with you white box testing and black box testing. Just this definition of white box and black box. Just refer this document and you come to know what is that. And let us understand what are the levels of testing. So when we say we have in V model, we have seen unit testing, integration testing, system testing, UAT testing, and that is we can call levels of testing, and that comes under dynamic testing. And unit testing and integration testing, it is a white box testing, and system testing and UAT testing, it is black box testing. Okay. So let us understand very detailed. So unit testing means so these are dynamic testing. So unit testing is what is the first point? A unit is a single component or module of a software. Just a minute. So unit testing is a single component or module of a software. So to test the small module in the application, and it is done by the code level. Okay, unit means it is a small component. Okay, and integration means what? Multiple modules combined as a single unit or module. Then we will check the flow and communication between those modules. And system testing means what? So system testing means we are testing the overall functionality of the application, whether it is working or not according to the customer requirement. And UAT, at the last level, after completion of system testing, testers along with the client conduct the testing. So these are the testing levels, and we can't jump directly to the integration testing. We can't jump directly to the system testing. Okay, there is a sequence. First, we have conduct unit, and after that, integration system and UAT. This is the hierarchy of testing. So in detail, we should know. So what is unit testing? So unit testing, it is a it is conducted by developers, and it comes under white box testing technique. And there is important points. A unit is a single component or module of a software. So what is unit? A unit is a single component. Like as I said, when I take a big software and contains n number of features, lot of functionalities and flows, and each and every feature called as component. If you take example, uh, if you take a Gmail application, there is a login screen and one component. So after successful login, composing email. So that is one component or one module. So we can see send box, that is also one module, and deleting the email. Where it will go? Trash box, that is also one module. The entire software or application will be divided into multiple units, which we'll call them as a component. If I conduct the testing on particular unit or module, which comes under unit. Okay. And next, normally developer write the code, okay, and conduct the testing at the code level, and that comes under unit testing. But sometimes we get UI part also. So UI means user interface. So tester point of view, we will test the UI. Suppose I have a login screen. For that, the developer writes some code internally. So the developer conducted a test on particular code. In that context, that is called as unit testing. So after providing the UI, it means screen. UI means to the tester, we don't bother about the code. We are going to test the application. So we are passing the valid username, valid password, checking the login successfully or not, like invalid username, invalid password, login is restricting or not, and we are going to test them. So this is called as component testing. So we don't use the unit testing term in case of testing or testers. So we are testing the UI part there. So we called component testing. But in the developer point of view, whatever the program have written inside the UI, if they conduct the testing on particular code or program, that comes under unit testing. So almost the same. The way of testing is different. Unit testing, what is the second point? Unit testing conducts on a single program or single module. And what is the third point? Unit testing is white box testing techniques. So why we call white box testing technique? Because we have to know the internal logic of the program. So what developer written. So this is the reason. Whatever they write the code, they are responsible for conducting the testing. And what is the fourth point? Unit is conducted by developers because they are the people written the code and they use setting techniques to conduct the unit testing. So what are they? Basis path testing, control structure testing, conditional coverage, loops coverage, and mutation testing. So during the unit testing, these are the techniques they used. Okay. So basis path testing. Let we understand high level, not much important. These are the techniques we used by the developer at the code level. Okay. Suppose we created some program and having multiple lines, and when we want to test this program, and each and every line should be covered at least once. That comes under basis path testing. So similarly, control structure testing, conditional coverage, okay, loops coverage. So testing, control structure testing under this conditional coverage, loops coverage. And normally the program have if else condition and a switch case condition. We will verify those condition is working properly or not. So in all the cases, we pass negative condition, we pass positive condition. So I have to found, for example, I will give just one small example, a program. So first I have to find out like a largest stuff at two numbers. Okay, I'm not a developer. Just I just give a simple program. So A equals to 10 and B equals to 20. If A greater than B, then what happened? I just give print A is larger. This is my conclusion. And else B is largest. Did you understand this program? A equals to 10 and B equals to 20. If A greater than B, then print A is largest. Else B is largest. So in conditional coverage, verify the conditions. Okay. Suppose if A equals to A, if A greater than B, then what is the value? 10 greater than 20. Is this correct? Akash, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
So is this correct? A equals to 10, B equals to 20. If A greater than B, so 10 greater than 20. Is this correct condition? So I said print A is the largest, else B is largest. So this condition is actually not correct, right? But which one is correct? Actually, B is larger, right? So because B equals to 20. So the output of this program is B is largest because the condition is false. Suppose I make A equals to 20, okay, B equals to 10. Then if A greater than B, then what is the 20 greater than B? Okay, here A is largest. So only one output is printed depends on the condition. Okay, in control coverage, in sorry, not conditional coverage. In conditional coverage, what developer will do? So developer will verify the condition in positive input and negative input. Both the cases will verify. So developer write the very huge number of programs and n number of conditions will be there in the program, and all the condition will be verified by providing different sets of data. So that comes under conditional coverage and loops coverage. Sometimes in the programming, if we want to repeat some statements, we have to keep in the looping like loop lock. That statement repeated multiple times. For example, I want to print 1 to 5 numbers through program. Okay. I have written another program. For example, I equals to 1. So maximum number what it is equals to 5. Okay. So we can write what we can write. We can write simple print 1, then it will give an output. Print 2, it will give an output. Print 3, it will give an output. Print 4, it will give an output. So like this, we can print 1 to 5 numbers. But instead of writing this, I want to print 100 numbers. Then we write 100 print statements, right? If it is 5, it is very small coding, right? If I want to print 100 numbers, then I can't write like print 1, print 2, print 3, print 5, print 10, print 20, print 30. So it is very try-some, right? So to avoid that, what developer will do is they will write one statement and repeat 5 times. Instead of writing multiple times, then what you will do is they will put the statement in the loop. It means is the block which will repeat multiple times based on the condition. So one
Okay,
loop
Anna.
statement. So one loop statement means while so I less than equals to max. Okay. This is the condition. Okay. And just to give a flower bracket, and I said print I. Okay. And what is my condition? I equals to I plus 1. Close the flower bracket. So my request is to print 1 to 5 numbers. If the condition is true, these two statements will execute. If condition is false, the statement will not executed and it will ignore it. Okay. So if I say maximum number, if I say one and maximum number is five. So what is the condition here? So I said print I, right? So I equals to I plus one, right? And so I less than equals to five. This is actually condition is true, right? And then what happened here? It will print I is one. So what is the value? I equals to I plus one. This is my condition. I value is incremented one. So let's start. I equals to, what is the I value? 1 plus 1 equals to, what is the I? 1 plus 1 equals to 2. And I equals to, what is the value I? 2. 2 plus 1 equals to 3. And I equals to 3 plus 1 equals to 4. I equals to 4 plus 1 equals to 5. Right? As soon as I equals to 6, the condition becomes false. Then it will stop printing the numbers. So this is basically called as a loop. Loop means a block of statement which can be repeat multiple times based on a certain condition. So as soon as condition is false, the statements are stop executing. Now in the loop coverage, what you will test is when I execute this program, whether it is starting from the beginning or not, and it is repeating exactly till the maximum number or not, and whether it is printing all the numbers between this range or not. So we are going to verify. So suppose when I say six numbers, it should print maximum number equals to six. When I say 10 numbers, it should print. So max equals to 10. So like this, we will verify the loops, and that comes under loop coverage. Okay. So it is purely related to programming, and that's the reason which comes under unit testing. So which is a white box testing technique. To conduct the testing, we have to know about the programming. Okay. And last one, mutation testing. Mutation testing is also known as repetition testing. Okay, suppose some programs, if we want to test, we have to provide different type of inputs. And suppose developer returns some program like this, just checking the username and password. Okay, what is my requirement? Checking the username and password. Okay, and if user equals to Scott, okay, and password equals to something 123. Okay. So if user equals to Scott and password equals to 123, allow login. Else not allow login. Okay. Then mutation testing, what he will do is we will test this code by passing different type of inputs. For example, when I provide the username, when I provide the username equals to Scott and password equals to 123. So actually this condition is true. Then login will be allowed. Correct? And next and else part will be ignored. So if you pass valid username and valid password, so when condition is satisfied, then login will be allowed, and else part, which we mentioned not allow login, it will ignored. And when I pass valid username and valid password, okay, then what happened? Then else part will execute. It will not allow the login. So this is one combination. So another combination is if you pass wrong username and correct password, then we can't just, again, else part, it will execute because the username is wrong, the username is right and password is wrong. So it should not log in. So we can just say different combinations and by providing different type of inputs to test this program, whether it is working properly or not. Okay, that comes under mutation testing. So mutation means repetition. Okay, repetition. So testing with the multiple sets of data. So these are all unit testing techniques. And developer using these techniques and conduct unit testing and also use some automation tools. So unit testing can be done through automation, such as JUnit, testing V. So there are and so on. There are some number of testing tools. Okay, unit testing tools. So by using that, we can developers do it. Okay, developers will take care of this. We no need to bother about this. Just understand what is unit testing and who will conduct the unit testing and what testing can be done in unit testing. So we are mainly involved in the system testing, guys. We will discuss more on the system testing, and the rest of the thing we don't need to bother. Okay, and I will share with you this document. And next document is integration testing. Okay, and this integration testing I will explain. So tomorrow, what are the types of integration testing we will see in tomorrow's session. Integration testing means integration, it is performed between two or more modules. Okay. So integration want to be performed at least two modules will be integrated. Okay. After completion of unit testing, we do integration testing. And modules. Modules means what is module? It is a small functionality or we can say feature of a software. For example, Gmail application, banking application, right? Integration testing focus on checking data communication between multiple modules. So there is one module which will take some input and produce some output. And that output will become the input for the next module. So it will like this. Okay. So let us say I have one module. First A module I have that. If you want to test that, we have to pass some input to A module. Okay. And after passing some input, it will give some output, right? I have one A module. Okay. I will pass the input to module and it will give some output. So that output becomes the input to the next module. So we are going to test the communication between these two modules. And after combining these two modules is called integration testing. So integration testing means we are checking the data flow between two or multiple modules that comes under integration testing. And here integration testing is white box testing technique. So normal integration testing conducts two different things. In the developer point of view, they will test the code. They will write the code for module A. They will write the code, another code for module B. They will integrate these two programs and they will test the code and how the integration will happen. And this comes under integration. Okay, in that context, we can say the developer will perform the integration testing at the code level. Okay, and suppose sometimes testers will also perform integration testing. And how come it is possible? Because let us say we have something called Gmail application. Login is one module, right? And after successful all mailbox, that is, inbox, that is a second module. Trash box, that is a third module. These three modules in the application. Login one, inbox, trash box. In integration testing, developer point of view, they will write some code for login. They will write the code for inbox. They will write the code for trash box. So this is just a coding part and then integrate these modules. What developer will do? First execute first module and after this it went to inbox and then after deleting this action, the mail comes to the trash box, right? So integration program will be tested. So that is integration testing done by the developer. This is purely white box testing. Now come to the testers. For the same login, instead providing the code, they will provide the UI part, user interface part. Like username will be there, password field will be there. So then we have to enter the data, then we will get another page, right? In Gmail page, here we will see mailbox, sent items, etc. On the UI side, we conducted integration testing. So first verify the login by passing username and password, then successfully login application. Then we will check the mailbox, right? We have a emails or not. And after this deleting the items, that mails come to the trash or not. So that will be verified because these are the different modules, but the communication will be there between these two modules. Okay. And how the data is coming and communicating between these two modules, that we are going to test the application level. So this is also comes under integration testing. In the testing point of view, we are conduct integration testing at the application level, and developer point of view, developer conducts integration testing at the code level. That is the basic difference, guys. Okay. I hope you got it, what I'm saying. So tomorrow in the session, we will see types of integration testing. So integration testing, there are two types, incremental and non-incremental. Okay. We will see types of testings. And here also we are not part of incremental integration testing. This is purely developer sides. So we just test the UI part. Okay. But we should have a knowledge, right? What is unit and what is integration. So that's why I'm explaining here. Okay. Clear, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So I will share on this live session video. If you have any doubt, please refer this session video and documents also. And documents in the drive, I
Uh,
will share with you. So don't worry about it.
Ma'am, this month itself, we will start automation or from
This month only we will
January.
start. No, this month only we will start.
Yeah. And
Today
one more
date
doubt I
is
have, ma'am.
17, right? What?
Yeah. Yeah. Please continue.
Yeah.
Hello.
You have something.
Yeah.
You are saying something, right?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, you please continue. I'll ask that out once you're done.
So today is 17, right? So after
Yes.
Christmas, I mean, uh, yeah, I will take you. So how many classes is there? Four, right? So just 8 to 9 classes. Okay. I will finish this as early as possible. So after that, this month only, we will start automation testing. Okay. It's better to enter in automation only. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I got one project for a TOSCA, and I'm totally new to it.
Yeah.
So that's why I was asking that when we start TOSCA, so that
This month
parallelly I have to.
only, Akash.
Mhm.
So I have also decided as early as possible, I finish these concepts. And so I'm
Okay,
just
ma'am.
checking
Then
this date. So 3, 4, 3. Okay, I'll start with the 26 or 27. Okay.
okay.
If it is not 27 or 28.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And one more doubt, like if you install a TOSCA, so for a
Yeah.
free version, we will get for 14 days or 1 month
You can
for a
you can
practical.
work upon it whenever you have an access, right? So it is not limited time, Akash. So since 6 months, I'm using only by using my personal email ID and by using this tool. This
Mhm.
is the tool actually. I'm using this one. So last 6 months, I'm using only uh, this tool and only by using only one email ID. Okay.
Okay,
So no need to pay. There is no validity and there is no limitations. You can use up to whenever you want.
okay. It was written somewhere, so I thought to ask you.
No, no. So some people saying it is 1 month, 2 months, but believe me, I am the one. I am the working also on it. So
Mhm.
there is no limited, Akash. You can use it
Mhm.
whenever of 2 months, 3 months, 5 months, 6 months. Okay.
Yeah.
So any queries?
No, ma'am. That only tool kit.
Yeah. Okay. Then see you tomorrow. I hope you will got the concepts and everything. So tomorrow 7:30, 7:40. I think we should start early. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
that we covered all concepts as early as possible. And after that we will start automation testing after December 25th, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Surinder, got it, huh? Surinder, are you there? I think he's not there. Okay, Akash. Okay, Surinder, and everyone. Tomorrow we'll see. Okay, we'll see the next two concepts and take care. Good night.
Yes. Good night.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone. I'm unable to hear you, Akash. You are saying something, but it's not
Uh,
audible.
no, ma'am. No, I didn't say anything.
Okay. Okay. So see you tomorrow.
Yeah. See you. Bye.
Bye. Take care.